Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tim here. So, real quick, I've been trying to get this one done for a couple of days, and the deadline's getting close, so I want to get this in before I missed. And it's to support probably one of the greatest VC members I've ever known, Mr. Bobby Gass. Bobby has been what seems like a lifer in the VC. Amazing taste. He shows more records that I'll forget than anybody else I've ever known. Tons of stuff he shares and shows. His 45 collection is just deep and it knows no bounds. Go check him out. I mean, if you're watching me, if you're watching anybody in a VC, you should know who Bobby Gass is. If you don't, if for some reason this genius has slipped past you, I have a link. So, Bobby came across a second copy of the Sight Classic by the Churchills, which is an Israeli band, and really hard to come by. Something I've been looking for, something I wanted for quite some time. And he came across an extra one. And instead of trying to sell it or make money off of it because it just wouldn't have been fair, he's decided to kind of gift it along. Hence why I'm doing this. First off, Bobby, you know I love you, and it's an honor to get to know you, to interact with you. You're just an amazing person. So just supporting you is enough. But this one I kind of want, so I'm in. One question. That's all he wants. Since he's giving up something he doesn't need, talk about 5 things you would be willing to give up. And 2 of them have to be records. I got it. Now, before anyone flips out, this is an extra. So I have an original orange Epic label. Plays fine, it's beautiful. This one's not an original. I just don't need it. Something I would like to get rid of. I don't need multiple copies of this album. My OG press sounds wonderful. It's not that I hate the album. I actually love it. It's a fantastic album. I just don't spin it all the time, but when I do, my copy that I have is perfectly clean and it'll last me. So just holding on to an extra one, don't need it. Bob Geldof. So I got picked this one up in the collection, and to be honest, it's not like that I'm not the biggest Bob Geldof fan. I know the Boomtown Rats. I love them. Obviously, he was amazing in The Wall as Pink, so familiar. Love his work, but this album it did nothing for me. I spun it a couple times, left it alone, came back. I don't have a connection with this album, so I'd be willing to let this one go. So another one, not record related, but hobby related, are these crazy things, these pop figures. I got into these pretty fast, and thankfully I was kind of checked with them. So if it were really up to my wife and I both, we'd probably just get rid of everything we have. But there's some that are just really tough to let go. But I'm digging through what I have left, and if it doesn't, and don't get me wrong, I love Batman. I don't have as much of a connection with this one as I do some of the others. Some of them will be going. Another big thing that I bought into heavy for numerous years was video games and some collector sets. This one happens to be for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I was a big fan of the franchise for a little bit. I just kind of lost interest, not just in the franchise, but honestly, I don't have the time to game the way I used to. I'm still keeping a decent size of my collection. You know, I have two older boys who really enjoy playing, so it's something that we can do together when we're all in the same room. But my youngest is starting to show signs of video games, so it's like, I keep him around and just kind of let them enjoy it as well. So, but to have this stuff sitting in boxes, so I'm working on getting rid of a lot of those, huge amounts. It's ridiculous. So the last one, I had numerous answers for this one, and I actually shot a video and had an answer, and when I watched it back, it didn't connect, and it got very preachy. So instead of saying what it was I originally said, the thing I think I would like to get rid of the most out of everything else, I'm sure you can hear it, but I'm not going to show it. Man, I've been putting on the weight. I used to be active. My job required me to be on my feet, and my job required me to be on my job. Damn those jobs making you show up. I was on my feet a lot. I was in the retail industry, on my feet 10 hours a day plus, up and down ladders, getting stuff for the people I was helping, back and forth. A lot of different hats I wore, in that form of life. When I finally had enough and just couldn't take it anymore, I used my powers for evil. I switched fields and went to a desk job where I am basically a data analyst. And I've had 20 plus years of experience with that in the retail industry, because I would, visit stores for my companies and help them who were struggling by looking at reports and data that was available to me, and helping them connect the dots that were broken, essentially, to turn things around. But when I did that, man, I started putting it back on again. So I've accepted I'll never be a thin guy, but I like to be thinner. So that's my last one. Working on getting rid of the gut, because I like to stick around for a little bit, see how this all turns out. Bobby, I cannot tell you enough how much, when I see you post these needle drops or these videos of you playing music, it brightens my day. A lot of times I'm at work, I have my earbuds in, and it's the perfect shot in the arm to go with my cup of coffee in the morning. The knowledge you have of music is just one of the most deepest wells I've ever known. The stuff you forgot is probably more than what I even know. The amount of bands you've seen, the amount of places you've been, the life experiences you share. It's what makes Bobby Gas Bobby Gas. There will be a link below. If you are not familiar with Bobby Gas, I beg of you, click that link and go check him out. You'll thank me for it. Bobby, I love you. Peace.